The Seattle Seahawks are getting a lethal weapon back just in time for the 49ers showdown. Rookie tight end Elijah Arroyo is finally ready to make his mark. But before we break this down, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that like button. We are trying to hit our goal of 1,000 subscribers, so please support the channel. I have been monitoring the practice reports closely all week, and the news coming out of the facility is exactly what this fan base needed to hear. We are heading into a massive divisional game against the San Francisco 49ers, and having a full arsenal is the only way we walk out of there with a victory. Coach Mike Macdonald confirmed that our rookie tight end, Elijah Arroyo, has a real chance to suit up and contribute this Saturday. I cannot stress enough how much this changes the dynamic of our offensive game plan. Arroyo has been sidelined with an injury that kept him out of the mix, but the reports from last week's sessions were glowing. He looked fast, he looked fluid, and most importantly, he looked like he hadn't lost an ounce of that explosive playmaking ability that made us so excited when we drafted him. When I look at the way this offense has operated lately, I see a unit that is talented, but sometimes lacks that vertical threat from the tight end position. We have incredible wide receivers, but a tight end who can stretch the seam and force safeties to stay honest is a total game changer. I believe Arroyo provides exactly that. Mike Macdonald is a defensive-minded coach, so he knows better than anyone how difficult it is to account for a tight end who has wide receiver speed. I've seen enough of Arroyo's college tape and early training camp work to know that he is not your average rookie. He has a physical presence at the point of attack, but his true value lies in his route running and his ability to find soft spots in zone coverage. Against a defense like San Francisco's, which is disciplined and fast, you need someone who can create mismatches. I've been thinking about how Ryan Grubb is going to utilize him. If Arroyo is truly healthy and ready to go, he becomes a massive headache for the Niners defensive coordinator. I expect to see him used in a variety of ways, potentially even in some two tight end sets that will force the defense to decide whether to play base or nickel. The Seahawks have been grinding through a very difficult stretch of the schedule, and injuries have certainly played a role in some of the inconsistencies we have seen on the field. But getting a piece like Arroyo back right now feels like a shot of adrenaline for the entire roster. I think about the chemistry he started to build with Geno Smith before the injury. Geno is a veteran who loves to utilize the middle of the field, and having a reliable target like Arroyo back in the fold is going to make his life so much easier. I've spent the morning looking at the matchup data, and the 49ers have occasionally struggled with athletic tight ends who can win one-on-one battles. If Arroyo is at even 80% of his full capacity, he is a threat that must be accounted for on every single snap. I am cautiously optimistic because we have seen how Mike Macdonald handles these injury returns, and he usually doesn't put a player back out there unless they are truly ready to sustain the rigors of a full NFL game.
Continuing with this analysis, I want to dive deeper into why this specific return is so vital for our postseason aspirations. The NFC West is a total dogfight right now, and every single divisional game carries the weight of a playoff atmosphere. When I look at the standings and the remaining schedule, this game against San Francisco is essentially a fork in the road for our season. If we can get a win on Saturday, it changes everything. Having Elijah Arroyo available gives us a dimension that the 49ers haven't seen on film from us in several weeks. I've been analyzing the offensive snap counts, and our tight end production has been steady, but perhaps a bit predictable. Arroyo brings that element of the unknown. I remember watching him in practice during the preseason, and the way he attacks the ball in the air is something you just don't see every day from a rookie. He plays with a level of aggression and confidence that usually takes years to develop. I think back to what Mike Macdonald said about him looking good in practice last week. That tells me the conditioning is there, and the medical staff is comfortable with his progress. This isn't just about adding a body to the depth chart. This is about adding a potential star who can take the pressure off DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. When you have a tight end who can win a foot race against a linebacker or overpower a defensive back, the entire field opens up. I truly believe that Geno Smith is going to look for him early in the game to establish that threat. If the 49ers have to commit a safety to help over the top on Arroyo, it leaves our wideouts in single coverage, and that is where we win. I've also been considering the blocking aspect of his game. While he is known for his receiving, Arroyo showed a lot of grit in the run game before he got hurt. Getting him back helps our running backs find those lanes on the edge. I am looking forward to seeing how the crowd reacts when he makes his first catch back on the field. The energy in Seattle is always incredible, but for a big game like this, it's going to be electric. We need every advantage we can get. The 49ers are a well-coached team, and they aren't going to give us anything for free. We have to take it. And I think Elijah Arroyo is a guy who can help us take it. I will be keeping a very close eye on the final injury report on Friday, but all signs point to him being a full go. I'm telling you, this could be the turning point we've been waiting for. We've seen flashes of brilliance from this team, but we need consistency, and getting healthy is the first step toward that. I want to see this offense firing on all cylinders, and I believe Arroyo is the missing piece of that puzzle. It's been a long road back for the kid, but the timing couldn't be better. I am ready to see what he can do under the bright lights of this rivalry. This is why we love football, the drama, the returns, and the high stakes. Make sure you stay tuned to the channel for more updates as we get closer to kickoff. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button to support our journey to 1,000 subscribers. Your support means everything to us as we keep bringing you the latest and greatest Seahawks news. Let's get this win on Saturday and show the rest of the league what Seattle is made of. Go Hawks!